Everyone, and welcome to my new series that I'm going to be putting together, and that series is Tea with Kahla. And I thought I would kind of put this together because I really enjoy a nice cup of tea, to be honest. And I actually use the Nature's Cuppa organic English breakfast tea, which is amazing. And instead of using sugar, I actually use coconut palm sugar. So that makes for the best tea in my opinion, and the healthiest as well. Anyway, but the reason I'm doing this is I find I chill out more and I talk calmly and more easygoingly when I'm holding a nice cup of tea, and make it just like a nice chit chat, like you're catching up with a friend kind of video, but with more educational and purposeful, conversations and everything. So feel free to make yourself a cup of tea, and I will chat with you about what I'm currently thinking about or any kind of new knowledge to gain. So yeah, enjoy a nice cup of tea. One thing I'm kind of wanting to talk about is the similar to my last video I actually did, which is what are you really wearing, about fur and leather and everything like that. Now so the main thing I'm wanting to confront about this issue, let's try not to bump that over or anything. Actually, I'm going to put that over there. My main thoughts at the moment are on the vegan and vegetarian lifestyle. Now, in my personal opinion, I have done some research lately, and I feel personally like, because I'm not 100% vegan, I'm not 100% vegetarian, I am 80% vegetarian and vegan, I guess. But I guess putting a label on it makes it more confusing for people and more, what's the word, I guess, more of a pressure feeling to be something. You have to be under that label and everything like that. So I'm obviously very passionate about animal cruelty. I'm 100% completely supportive of people that hate animal cruelty. I am the same. I cannot stand it, as if you've seen my last video, you can probably tell. Zip time, hang on. Okay, so, and if you start to hear some background noise, it's just raining outside, so that's what that is. Anyway, I'm going off on all kinds of different things here. But my personal opinion right now, I've actually read an article recently which made me become a little bit more aware, is that the article was about how being 100% vegetarian or being 100% vegan, people are doing it obviously to stop the killing of animals and everything like that, and I'm 100%, like, I am behind that. I hate when animals are killed and everything in a non-humane way. It's not right, and in a cruel way, it's absolutely terrible. It's awful. So I was reading this article saying a lot about how vegans and vegetarians seem to have a bad attitude towards their type of lifestyle, and how they tell people about it, and telling people how they should perhaps, that they're cruel to animals if they eat meat, and they're cruel to animals if they have dairy. And I'm not going to lie, like, I do agree, you are, I guess, funding something that isn't exactly ideal to animals, and it really isn't. And I have really limited my meat intake and my dairy intake as much as I can at the moment anyway, and just for health reasons in general. Like, I feel really good, to be honest. I feel more energetic, although I feel a little bit tired today, so kind of contradicting myself there. But I think it was this supermoon that we had, it affected my sleep. But anyway, I definitely feel a lot better not having so much meat and not having so much dairy, and being a lot more mindful with what I choose, because my main thing that I do try to encourage is organic food. So the purest of any food is the best for you, like no pesticide, fruit and vegetables, snacks, you can always find a healthier alternative, everything like that. That's my main way that I like to live my lifestyle and help to encourage people to live like that also, because as I've said many times before in my videos, the chemicals that are in foods these days are crazy, and people wonder why there's so much cancer and everything in the world. And yeah, honestly, that's a whole nother topic. So hang on, I'm just gonna have another sip of my tea. So back to the vegan and vegetarian thing. So yeah, I'm not fully vegetarian, not fully vegan. However, I do really admire the people that choose to do this. Now, what I did read in that article is that there was this person saying, who is an environmental scientist, that vegans and vegetarians apparently do not realise that being vegan or vegetarian can actually affect some of the other wildlife around the area, because the more people that are turning down the more plant-based routes seem to have an effect on the wildlife, that they're wiping out all of this land and having crops to grow more vegetables and everything like that, and that's harming other animals. So it kind of would be feeling like a vegan at the moment, that it's like, what do you do? There's no way to really have it all and help all animals and stop the killing of all animals. And I really feel for them, because they're like, well, what do we do? Because I actually felt like that when I read the article. I'm passionate about helping animals and, you know, being against all animal cruelty and having my diet based more around a limited meat, limited dairy diet. So I think it's a very confusing situation, and it's a situation that, you know, a lot of these vegans and vegetarians, they kind of don't know how to, you know, confront people now about the issue of being a meat eater or a non-meat eater, a dairy eater and a non-dairy eater. Like, they're probably going to be copying it now, saying that they are harming animals just as much, and it's like they're only just trying to do the right thing by what they know and by what they've seen, and even what I've seen on videos and everything. It's terrible. But I kind of just wanted to explain my position on all of it. Now, number one, I have a vegan online boutique. Now, that specialises in having fashion that's classy for women, that encourages them to buy nice, classy clothing without harming animals' lives, by not using real leather and by not using real fur and real suede and everything like that. Now, that's something I am passionate about, because to me, killing animals for fashion, as I said in my last video, is completely pointless, in my opinion, and that's why I'm specialising in that part of it, because I really want to encourage awareness to people to be able to know that there's those options out there to still look stylish, still look classy. I enjoy style in itself, but not when it comes to sacrificing an animal's life. So that's where I stand on that. With the vegan and vegetarian thing, I'm not fully vegetarian, not fully dairy. I feel a million times better limiting my intake, because even when I was a child, I did suffer with some kind of allergy to, number one, additives, so that's why I've gone mostly organic, and two, like, dairy products seem to just not sit right in my belly, so it does affect my digestion, and that's another reason why I've limited my intake, amongst many reasons. With the meat and everything, I can see the point that this person was making in the article, saying the more animals that we're taking away and the more vegetables we're trying to grow and everything, sorry, the more meat that we're taking away and not eating, and then the more demand for vegetables and plant-based foods and everything, then they're wiping out other animals to be able to grow those. So it's a bit of a tricky situation, but my opinion on it is I don't believe in any kind of animal cruelty and inhumane ways to get meat, because I understand that there's some very terrible things that these animals have to go through before, you know. Oh, I don't really want to have to say it. I don't like talking about it in such a kind of brutal way, but I just don't believe that animals should be killed in such a cruel way to be able to give people, you know, meat for their diet and everything. So I'm firm on that. I don't believe in animal cruelty of any kind. I definitely believe that all vegans and vegetarians, like, they're all just trying to do the right thing. I know that I am, you know, 80%, I guess 80% vegan at the moment. Can I say that? But they are just trying to do the right thing, and I am obviously very aware of what goes on, and I don't like it, and I'm trying to limit it. So I think maybe vegans and vegetarians, some of them can perhaps have quite a, this is to no offence of people, I don't want to offend anyone, this is the most friendly I'm trying to be. I'm trying to just have a nice conversation with everyone who's watching this video with a nice cup of tea. I just think perhaps there may be a different approach to encouraging that lifestyle if people are interested in the lifestyle. If they are interested and want to ask you questions about it, by all means give as much information as you possibly want to give and do your best to help that person. However, I don't think there should be any cruelty to humans too while trying to save the cruelty of animals. I think when you're mean to people in a way where you're like, you are a disgusting person because you eat meat, you know, everyone does have their own preference. I mean, I do feel differently now about people that are meat eaters, like almost 100% of the time. I feel more aware, should I say. Like, I guess I am more aware, and sometimes you have this urge in you to be like, oh no, why are you eating that? Or why are you doing this to your body? Or, you know, why are you funding that to animal cruelty? And just all different things go through your mind. I do understand it, but I think we need to find a nicer way if we're to be passionate about the topic, and just let people know that, hey, this is an option. It would really, you know, help if you really loved animals and you want to contribute more and maybe feel better in yourself, like health-wise and emotionally towards the situation and how you feel on the inside. A different approach might be a better way to encourage more people to improve their health by a more vegetarian or vegan diet. And yeah, that's kind of my main opinion on that. I think that hopefully most vegans or vegetarians might agree with me, but to push it on people in a horrible way, I think it's causing more conflict than is necessary. But I do understand the passion because I'm a very passionate, opinionated person. But I try my best, I guess, to do it in a calmer and friendly way and leave it up to the other person, and all you can do really is be there to help them become aware, and the rest is up to them. That's all we can do. Everyone is different. I've said this in many videos, everyone is different. But yeah, that's kind of where I stand with all that. I went on a little bit longer than I actually thought, but what's another topic I could be talking about right now? Oh, and another thing that I haven't done this month actually is doing October favourites. Mostly just going to be doing a favourites video maybe every second month or maybe every few months. Sometimes it could be back to back. It could be, I don't know. Who knows? But I do like doing those videos, but I'm going to save it for more months when I do have quite a lot of items to show and talk about. I've been doing quite a few vlogs recently, which I'm finding actually really fun. You can go ahead and check them out. I'll link one of them below, and then you can kind of see the rest from there. It's kind of just brief follow me around blogs. I find it really does help to talk to people in a more natural way rather than a structured way sometimes. That's why I thought I would do the whole tea with Kahla, as it's a very kind of chill way to confront any issues and everything. But yeah, that's kind of just my video for today, and I hope you've enjoyed having tea with me. But I hope you all have a beautiful day, and don't forget to stay wholesome. Mwah. Bye.